Hello everyone, welcome to Frappe's Developer Webinar. In today's webinar, we'll take a look how to create web portal using Frappe Framework. In last webinar, we have seen how to build custom app over Frappe. So by continuing that application, today we will build patient portal. Patient portal basically includes patient profile, then the test performed on patient samples, payment for the tests, and report view. So let's create first patient profile page. So to create patient profile page, we will create a web form. So let's go to web form. It's in the website model. Web form. Create new web form. Title. Patient profile. Then select doc type. Patient. Okay. Then select some check fields. Yes, it's standard. Publish this. To access this doc type, we required login. Allow to edit. As its profile page, don't click on allow multiples. Then provide description, profile details. Then let's select the fields for our web form. So first I'm selecting patient name. This is my name. Then my email address. Then gender. I need to update my mobile also. And then my address. Okay. So one important thing here that the fields that are available on Doctype are only selected to web. You cannot create new field over web form. You just select existing fields from Doctype. So I'm selling this Doctype web form. So yes, this is our web patient profile. So if you want to have a view how web form will look, click on see it on website, and this is how our web form will look. Excellent. So this is we have created a web form. So now let's connect it to portal. So before that we need one patient login. So create login for patient Collegial Doctype patient.py. So here on update we will write a code for sign up. I have created this before. I'll just copy this to you. So on update add as a website user, it will check whether the current patient email ID existing user table or not. If email ID not exist in user table, then it will create one user and assign patient role to the user. So as we designing a patient portal, so user should be a website user, so we need to make some provisions in role. So I'm going to role master, role list, patient. We are removing this desk access, as desk access creates system user role and we need website user. So I'm removing this, say this. So now let's create user against patient pathology lab. patient. Saving. So let's check whether user created or not. Yes. Let's create new user. His website user and the role is correct. So till now we have created a web page for patient profile and profile for a patient user. So now let's make provision to add the page to a portal. So for this we need to edit hooks.py. So let's in hooks.py to add page to portal. So I'm adding web portal menu item key in hooks, and then the page that I want to add our patient profile. So yes, this is title of my page, this is route, and this is Doctype against which I am creating the web page, and then the role permission. The role is patient. So this page is only applicable to, only accessible to those profiles having role patient. So let's save these settings. Okay, so now to bring this page on web portal we need to add this in portal settings. So here are the portal settings. Okay, something goes wrong. Okay, we forgot to import translator. Let's do that from Frappe import underscore. So underscore is basically used to translate the strings. We are going here for portal settings. So yes, the new page is added under as title profile. So let's log in. We need to set password to use the important. Okay, so let's check and log in. Okay, so here is the profile, but this is blank. Why? So we have just created a web portal, but we haven't mapped particular profile with particular patient. So to map this functionality we need to write some code in patient profile webform.py. So let's take a look. So I'm copying this code and let's put it in patient profile. Okay, so basically this code from session user, it will pull which patient is logged in, and from that patient he pull patient's profile via frappe.getDoc and bind it to the context. Basically context is environment in which webform works. So any changes you want make in web forms, like you want to open data or call some methods, or come under wrapper of context. So manage our we have map patient profile in doc. Refresh the page. Yes, things are here. So here map my profile information. So let's try to update address. Lane number 5, street number 7, XYZ, and let's try to save this. No error. Now let's check the profile. Yep, it's updated. Let's try to make something other, that adding my full name, changing my phone number. Let's save this. It's get saved. Oh, perfect. So till now we have seen how to create a web page via web form, then how to use the context, and how to add new menu in web portal. Okay, so let's move forward. Now we in portal we have our own profile details. So now let's move and check what are my tests performed and how do I make payment for those tests. So in next session we will take a look how to manage payments on web portal. So for that we need to make some provisions. So we have document here, patient sample, in which we selected patient, the status of this particular sample against blood, and the test performed. Okay, so for payment we need some additional fields here, like type, patient sample, so total amount, type should be currency, then paid amount, again currency type field, and pending amount, again currency type field. Then we one status for payment, so let's call it payment status, should be drop down, paid, pending. So we have a total 4 fields, one for payment status, one for total amount for this tests, the paid amount, and the remaining amount. So we make this paid amount and pending amount edit after submit also, so that you can make changes after submitting the tests, so you can get payment after submitting the tests. Okay, so let's check the form. Total amount is 2000. It is 500. No remaining amount. So let's put some basic logic for calculation of this. Frappe.utils import FLT. Okay. So basically this code calculates the pending amount based on total amount minus paid amount. So yes, total amount is of 2000, paid amount is 600, pending amount is 1400. So basic. So let's create a web form for patient sample. I'm naming this as sample test, or better name is test rewards against patient sample. Yes, is again standard. We need to publish this. To access we need login. We can't edit this. Yes, patient can have multiple tests. Patient can't delete. We can allow print format if he wants to print. Patient test details. Let's select the fields. Patient name is required. Then payment status, report status, whether reports are ready or not. Sample name, sample taken by, what test perform. So it's child table. So on Webform you are able to bring the child table, also it's editable. Then take total amount and pending amount. So yes, this is our Webform. As we are providing provision for online payments, so in section down here, payments, this form is eligible to accept the payments. Select your payment gateway, then label for payment button, pay now. So if form contains particular amount, like in case of donations there are fixed predefined amount, so just put the amount here and Webform will start accepting payment for that amount, or you can choose payment amount dynamically based on field. So in our case we need dynamic payment amount, so we specify field which need, which value should be considered for payment. So amount based on field. This drop down will show all currency fields from respective Doctype. So we need to consider pending amount for payments, pending amount, and currency in which we are accepting the payment. So okay, the form is now eligible for accepting payments. Let's add this form to our web portal menu. Again the same, we need to add a dictionary in books.py. So test record, bad name, Doctype against patient sample, and only patient role can access this. Let's update the portal settings. Refresh page, reset, yes. Okay, so the test record has been added to our portal. Let's check this portal view. Okay, we have test record, but what? No listing, blank form in front of us. So let's create a list for test records. So for this, we need to include a listing template for test record. Inside template section, create new folder called includes. I'll include create test from template dot html. So basically this is a list view for web portal. So create a template under template includes and .html. Provide fields that you want to show in list view. So here I am showing the name, doctor name, and sorry, the patient name and doctor name. So after creating a template, we need to make provisions. So here our context is read only. So context dot read only, as patient can't edit this form, he just can have view. So we are making this as read only. Then we need to map our list view. So framework provides this method get list context. So in context, just specify template path and method which brings the data for the template. So let's define a method. Get sample test list. This will bring all samples to the login patient. So To format currency, we need to use format a template. Okay, so let's take refreshing. Something is missing on form. Okay, type mistake. Yeah, so this is where we have sample. So let's check the sample. Oops, we don't have permissions. So we need to write. So either you can manage permissions via role, or you can write a custom method which check the role and allow the permissions. So let's check how to do it via code. So you need to override has web permission method in your web form. So basically in our current is situation condition, we are checking if logged in patient is owner of the document, then only he can view the document, otherwise not. Let's include this in hooks.py. So in hooks.py we have a key has website permissions, and then specify the doc type, and then path for overrided has permission method. So test records. So after making changes to hooks to reflect those changes, do clear cache, reload form. Yes. So this is patient server status for pending, sample name blood, test performer this, total amount is 2000, pending is 1400. You can have access to print view. So before going for the payment, on payment callback, if you need to make some changes, like in our case we need to update document status, that is after receiving payment, if pending amount is 0, then make status as paid. So to handle such callbacks, you need to override payment. uh, you need to override on, or just a sec. So you need to override on payment authorized method of payment gateway. So Frappe Framework by default provides two payment gateways, one PayPal and another is Razorpay. Both provides on payment authorized callback. So in patient sample, we need to override on payment authorized method. On payment authorized method takes status change to parameter as input. uh, PayPal provides status as completed, where Razorpay provides status as authorized. So we'll first check whether status changed to in completed or authorized. If status is completed or authorized, then we'll calculate pending amount. So here we basically need to write callback. So on callback, we will update pending amount. So pending amount equal to paid amount. So let's check how payment works. So here is pay now button. Clicking on pay now, redirect to Razorpay. So let's phone number, paying via card, dummy card details. Yes, the payment was successfully accepted. Payment status is paid. Total paid amount is 2000. Pending is 0. So this is how via Webform we can handle payments. Now we'll move to our third part, that view for test reports. So in that we basically create a web form for reports, one row template for listing the reports. So let's create a web form. Test report, patient report, is standard, it's published, login required, allow multiple, allow print. So from here you can specify customized print format. Test reports, selecting the fields, patient name, test report, patient name, doctor who created the report, and child table test. It's published. So we have created test report web form. Now let's add this to hooks.py. Test report, again this is only accessible for patient. Then let's create new template for test report row template, not text, we should be HTML. I'm copying the code from existing template. Then let's bring the context for test report. Okay, so this brings all patient report. Let's add has website permission to hooks.py. Test report, Let's click it. Yeah, we need to make changes in portal settings. Yes. So it's added here. Now let's go to portal, check test report here. What goes wrong? Okay, it's again shown something else. Okay, we need to update template name here, test report template.html, saying okay, too much big name. Yeah, so this is report ID, patient name, doctor name. Let's move into okay, something wrong with hooks params. Yeah, so this is view to a report, and you can have print for the report. So this is patient name, ID, patient name, his mobile number, email ID, doctor who made this report, and these are the report details. So this is how we have learned how to build a web portal using Frappe. We'll upload this report, we upload this video shortly on our channel. If you have any doubts or queries, you can put them on discuss or on YouTube channel of Frappe Next. Thank you.